And Kenya has joined the rest of the world in commemorating World AIDS Day that is celebrated on the 1st of December every year. The day is set aside to show support for people living with HIV and AIDS, as well as to remember those who have died from AIDS-related illnesses. Now, with this, different organizations, including Tuinuke and No One Out, among other organizations, offered free education to Korogosho residents on life skills so as to give those who are HIV positive hope. However, speaking to our news crew during the occasion, a number of people who are HIV positive testified the setbacks they have encountered in life and how they have overcome. Mark Kimondo has this story.
It went as planned. We wouldn't have been struggling all our lives fighting for the betterment of this country.
Founded in 1988, World AIDS Day was the first ever International Day for Global Health. Every year, United Nations agencies, governments and civil society came together to campaign around specific themes related to HIV. The day helped to raise awareness and money to cushion those who are positive for the disease. Over 150 people ranging from adults to teenagers congregated in this hall that is in Korogocho slums in Nairobi County to commemorate the day. Some of them are HIV and AIDS positive, while some are negative. However, they are here to gain life skills. 42 years old Rosemary is HIV positive. She tested positive for the disease back in 1999.
I'm a mother of 4, living positively since 1999. I was tested that those first day when Baba Moi announced that HIV is a national disaster. That time I had my son, he was sick at Kenyatta National Hospital, and everyone who was in the ward was to go for the testing. So I had no exception. After the test and realized that I was HIV positive, I did not take it seriously until 2004. I lived in denial from 1999 to 2004. After 2004, I went down with TB and a lot of complications. That was when I accepted myself and I started my ARVs.
However, the mother of 4 failed to come to terms with her condition till when she realized that her days were getting darker as a result of stress.
I'm so happy now that my viral load is undetected, and my 4 children are very healthy. They were all here, you could not even detect. And what pushes me to give the awareness is I went through a lot from 1999 to 2004, and you remember this is inimwili ini nyama, and when it is hit with a disease, you remember how somebody goes down.
The event provided specific focus on reducing transmission of HIV in youth and teenagers, and also giving hope to those who are already positive. Rose is now an inspiration to many, and a perfect example that one can survive even with a virus. The latest report by CanFare clears that the prevalence of HIV in women is at 6.6%, twice that in men at 3.1%. The gender disparity in the burden of HIV is even greater than 3 times in between the ages of 20 and 34 years. This data shows the ever-widening gap from the 2007 and 2012 KAIS surveys that are now showing a significantly higher burden of the disease in women compared to men. Just like Rose, Lucas Karanja, who tested positive back in 2005, is now stress-free. However, initially, he felt like everything had fallen apart.
Kuishi na virusi is not such a big deal. Actually, kuishi na virusi is part of life. Ya, kuwa na virusi si mwisho wa maisha. Kuwa na virusi ni kama tu... Okay, like now, squeeze by the way tuko na COVID, sindio? Maisha lazima iendelee.
With coronavirus pandemic spreading at a high rate, more so in congregations, everyone in this hall was expected to comply with COVID-19 protocols. Those who attended the event also took part in remembering their loved ones who succumbed to the HIV virus. Grace is one of the key people who have been raising awareness on the disease, and she says everything went well despite COVID-19 limitations.
Today we are here because we think World AIDS Day is really a day that not only we try to commemorate and remember the people who passed on, when the time it was not even like now that possibility of treatment and everything was there, but at least we remember them, and in the same time we try to help the youths to take care of themselves and their health.
I think this was a strategic point for the event, and the outcome was super good. And what really I'm proud of, or I'm happy about, is young children are also being engaged. Yeah.
However, the country has witnessed tremendous progress over the last decade in reducing the annual number of new HIV infections and AIDS-related deaths, resulting in improved quality of life for people living with HIV. Stigmatization and discrimination of people who are HIV positive has remained to be a major concern for decades. Over 150 men, women and children have today returned home as happy people, knowing that being HIV positive is not a limitation in achieving dreams. Mark Kimondo for Hope TV, Nairobi.